very excited because when you and I had our conversation on the phone, I felt like your story is one that is very powerful. I feel like you yourself um, see certain things in the world, Kasan, where you feel like, you know what, this isn't right, and I can actually be the person to change that. So before we kind of dig into that, tell me more about you, a little bit about your story, your background, and how you kind of came to be.
Well, I grew up in Kansas City, Missouri, so um, not a small city, not a big city, but it's one of those cities where pretty much I want to say stereotypes win because it's like they have no outside knowledge of the world. So stereotypes always win.
Okay.
Whether it's stereotyping black, stereotyping a plus size woman, stereotyping white privilege. I just feel like stereotypes always win. And growing up, my mother taught me to never fit in with the stereotype. Always be yourself.
Yes.
Be true to who you are because at the end of the day, you can only live for you.
Yes.
So I've always been full figured growing up. Never, ever, ever, even as an infant, never was a petite person.
Okay.
But I always liked performing.
Yes.
It was a passion. It was something that, like, when I got on stage, it's when I'm mostly myself.
Yes.
Like, I don't have to pretend with anyone.
That's right.
I don't really have to care about what people, what they think, how they
Because
feel.
you're in character.
I am in character. I am truly Kasan. Like, I'm walking everyday life. Like, when I'm just doing, like, this interview, I feel like, you know.
Yeah.
But when I'm on stage, it's like, this is me.
Yes.
This is who I am.
Yes.
But it's kind of hard when you're growing up when everyone's saying, you're too big to be on stage like that. You're too big to be that present.
Right.
But I have to acknowledge that I'm this big because I need to be.
That's
present.
right.
So when I get on stage, it's like me telling the world, pretty much F you, I'm going to do it anyway.
That's right.
Because this is who I am.
Right.
So, as always, growing up, and you're a big girl, I'm almost 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
A big girl, where it's like 18, 20,
Okay.
and everyone's like, what the hell is she doing
Right.
up there, as my grandma called it, gyrating.
No!
Yeah, she doesn't say what the hell you doing, gyrating, but she's like, you just always gyrating all over the place. I'm like, well, look, this is what I like to do. So, I grew up playing sports. My father's side, I get my weight from my father's side of the family.
Okay.
They're big people, but they're athletes as well. So I grew up playing volleyball, basketball. I ran track.
Wow. So you're healthy.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling people. I'm a big girl. I'm healthy. I eat healthy.
Right.
I don't know why the weight won't go
Your
anywhere.
skin is glowing.
Thank
so I
you.
can tell you're not just.
I'm very athletic. I'm still dancing to this day. I still run. I run at least. Try to run at least 3 times a week. Get equal
You're
at least
healthier
3
than
miles.
I am.
Yeah, so I'm still getting it. But my father's side of the family, they're all big people.
Okay.
They're tall and stocky.
Yeah.
My father is a stocky guy.
Okay.
But they're all athletes as well.
Yes.
So when you're the biggest girl on the track team, yet you still are the only person to go to state on the track team, it blows people away.
Absolutely.
And also, I was on the dance team.
Okay.
So when you're the biggest girl on the dance team, but you're out dancing everyone around you. I mean, I'm out dancing. Like, I put my soul into it because I feel like when I'm dancing, it gives me the chance to get out the anger of all the backlash that I get all day about my size,
Yes.
my skin
Yes.
complexion.
This is your chance to prove to people
Yeah.
you're wrong and you're going to see me for my talent,
Exactly.
not for your own preconceived notion.
Exactly.
Oh, I love that.
So it used to baffle people that, like, when I get out and we used to do like parades, Kansas City is really big on parades,
Okay.
especially St. Patrick's Day parade. And I'm with my drill team, we're out there dancing, and the first thing it used to make me so happy, and people say, look at that big girl, she dancing, she is getting
Wow.
it. So it proved to me that the rest of the world is wrong. People do like to see me perform. People do like to see me stand out, and people like to see me outbeat the status quo.
Right.
So it made me happy to make other people happy to see me perform, because there's another little girl out there that's like me, that's afraid to get out there and perform, and she can do it just
Sure.
as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But she's so worried about what
what
the rest of
people
the
are
world
saying.
has to say about
Yeah, and technically at the end of the day, you know, I have this saying where I'm like, no one's opinion matters but yours. When you're
Exactly.
6 feet under in that box, it's you and you alone.
Exactly.
So you need to live your life for you and you alone.
Exactly.
Oh, I love that. Talk to me then about your experiences in school. I know for me, one of the things that I okay. So I'm very, very, very excited to meet with you.
You too.
Finally,
Yes.
finally, I see you in person. So I guess like for the viewers at home, like let's share some backstory. So you and I met about a month ago.
Right.
I was working on a campaign where I was like, I'm changing the world
Right.
and I need help doing it. And I ended up connecting with you. You were sick at the time. You had like the flu or something.
Yeah.
You were just out.
Yes.
But I could tell that your energy was low. Like you have ideas. Like you're a spark. And I was like, wherever she's my buddy. You know that old Cabbage Patch commercial? Like wherever I go, that's it. I was like, I'm bringing Berlin with me. Whatever I work on, I want you with me. I want your thoughts.
Right.
So this is actually the first time we're meeting face to face.
Yes.
But I feel like I've known you forever,
I know.
even in like a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I don't want to, tell your story for you, but just break it down, like intro of the infamous Berlin Sky.
Let's see. I don't even know where to start. It's always so hard when you talk about yourself. It is. Let's see. Well, my name is Berlin. Of course, we got that out of the way.
Yes.
I'm Egyptian and Creole. My father's from
Are you really?
Alexandria, Egypt. And my parents are from the French Quarters.
The guy who is coming right after you, I want you to meet him,
Okay.
is Egyptian.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, first of all, with our history being so completely sometimes whitewashed,
Right.
like Elizabeth Taylor and Angelina Jolie
Uh-huh.
being Cleopatra,
Right.
people don't even understand that Egyptians there are white Egyptians,
Yeah.
but the majority are black,
Yeah.
and look just like you.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, continue,
Yeah.
continue.
And let's see. I just don't know. Like, I mean, I act, I write.
Yes.
And I can start by saying what drew me to you.
Yes.
I saw your posting,
Mhm.
and as many times as I've gone on Backstage, I was really drawn to that one because yours, I saw the word beautiful, but then it just said like normal people.
Yeah.
Like, because
Yeah.
everybody is beautiful in their own way.
Absolutely.
And I feel like so many times it's more emphasized on people that are skinny or
Yeah, yeah.
blonde hair or blue eyes.
Mhm.
You know, it's always, that's what the society's version of beauty
Yeah.
is.
It's like our default,
Exactly.
almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When there's so,
There's so many prisms.
yeah.
I mean, that's like the whole name of
Right.
the channel. I don't know if I shared that with you, but the name of the channel is Amalgamations,
Oh,
which
okay.
I'm going to mean blends of beauty,
Right.
right? And so when I'm having conversations with people, what's most important is that I just get like your perspective in life, even if it's totally different than mine, even if it's like completely opposing views. What I think it does is it allows people, myself included, to have these like aha moments, right? And then you have an aha moment, and you share it with like just two of your friends,
Uh-huh.
and they share it with two of their friends. And before you know it, the whole world is having a conversation based on your inspiration, your motivation, your story, your
Right.
struggle,
Right.
right? And these are the conversations that need to be had. You know?
I think so too.
So, okay, tell me more.
um, sorry, I even lost my train of thought. But oh yeah, because of your ad, it just drew me to it. Just because, like I said, I think that the world is just full of just like so many amazing and beautiful people, and we all need to be recognized. You know, not just like what they want to see on runways, but they're beautiful people everywhere.
Mhm.
Different colors, races, sexual orientations, everything. And I feel like they're all overlooked.
Yeah.
Because society only wants to see this.
Yep.
They don't want to see this. They don't want what you want to say like thrown in their face. It's just like for example, like people being gay, lesbian, and bisexual. I'm bisexual too.
Are you?
I am.
Don't differ.
I am. And I just remember I never said anything to anybody.
Yeah.
I just kind of enjoyed my life. I went away to college. I lived in Hawaii, and I didn't know then. I just knew I had very close relationships with girls, but I dated guys. Because I don't have a preference. I love them both individually. And I remember when I first started saying that I was bi
Yeah.
out loud,
Yeah.
you know, I realized my friends didn't care. They were just like, who cares?
Right.
You know, nobody
We
cares.
love you for you.
Yeah.
You've already amazing
Yeah.
no matter what.
Like any of the girls we've ever seen you kiss, you weren't drunk when you kissed them. So we kind of know, you know, kind of deal like
there
that.
are no excuses.
Right. And then you would get people saying, you're just greedy, you just want to have both. No, I'm just drawn to a person. Just like I would be drawn to, it's the personality of the person.
Yes.
I'm not drawn to a person because, oh, she's a girl, I'm in girl mode. Or it's a
Yes,
guy,
yes,
I'm in guy
yes.
mode. It's who I'm drawn to.
The
you know?
energy.
Yeah.
So yay, finally we meet.
I know.
Thank you so much, Sam, for coming. I obviously had I've been one of the best conversations on the phone with you, just because you're so well versed and you're so worldly, and it sounds like from the beginning your childhood was very interesting and unusual and unique and special. Tell me a little bit more about what it feels like to, number one, I guess, come from a loving and adopted home. Do you feel like there's actually a difference?
Well, I guess I can't really speak to my side. I wouldn't
Sure.
really know, essentially. But based upon, I guess, what everybody's idea of what a family unit would be,
Yes.
I feel like that it would be the exact same thing.
Absolutely.
I think it was a different, interesting dynamic because
But seriously, I'm so freaking pumped up to meet with you. When I spoke with you on the phone, I remember writing down this girl has energy,
Dude.
And
Tell me about it.
well, that makes me so happy. I feel like so many times society just tries to smash down your happiness and you're too happiness, you're too positive, and it's this huge thing with girls where society says the creator of Amalgamations. Amalgamations is a channel that I wanted to create to make sure that I'm Tara and I am the creator of Amalgamations. Amalgamations is a channel that I wanted to create to make sure that I was contributing in my very own special way to all of the newspaper headlines that have been smeared across America for the last few years. I feel as though America is at a point in its life where there's a lot of miscommunication because there aren't honest discussions that are happening around what's relevant in America today. And I basically took it upon myself to have thought-provoking, intelligent conversations with people who matter, which essentially is everyone I possibly could. I put out a blast online called Beautifully Normal People and ended up having incredible conversations with people discussing everything from race in America to bulimia to homelessness all the way down to domestic violence. We touched on real issues that matter to real people, and it's just been a beautiful, beautiful project. Some of the most touching and inspiring stories happened right behind me in my home, where I welcomed people to share their testimonies, their stories, what mattered to them. And I have to say, I think that you will truly enjoy the magic that I wanted to create for all of you and really give you this buttoned up, beautiful perception of what I feel that the world should be. I think that you will be very excited to hear stories that you can actually understand and relate to. And my hope, my intention, my purpose is to make sure that it somehow changes your life. And you'll even hear me say in the videos, my goal is to make sure that one person listens to one thing that was said by something, you share it with 2 other people, who then share it with 2 more people, and before you know it, the entire world is having an honest conversation about what it feels like to be an American, a woman, a man, a winner, a loser, someone that perseveres at all costs and succeeds. I'm often asked about this word that I've chosen to connect to my brand, which is amalgamations. To me, I have remixed this very old Shakespearean word and made it my own. So to me, the word amalgamation, beauty. We live in a very diverse, enriching world, and I wanted the conversations that I shared to be impactful and motivational in a way that, one, makes you feel as though you really can connect with everyone. I feel like that's what our world is missing, because everybody has their opinions, their thoughts, their beliefs, their hopes, and they're not being shared with the world, and they should be, right? The neighborhood homeless guy might have an idea that completely shapes and changes our world. And I don't necessarily believe that just because of his lack of access to finances, he shouldn't have a voice or a platform to share that opinion. So I am beyond thrilled to make sure that I'm sharing these beautiful ideas with all of you. Welcome to Amalgamations. Okay, so basically you're ready to move back here, like, for your dream.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It was an exciting drive out here. So actually, in last January,
Yeah.
We did a huge acting and modeling showcase that both of us were in
In Ohio or in LA?
in Los Angeles.
Okay.
So our modeling and acting agency in Ohio is the one who told us about it and brought us out here, helped us with it all.
Okay.
So we ended up both getting signed there.
Yeah.
Like on the spot?
Yeah.
No way.
Basically,
Okay.
they offered us both representation, so we took it. And then I needed to finish high school and get money together,
Yeah.
and he had to finish high school, and
So you accelerated because there's opportunity.
Yeah, I had to take like 2 classes during the summer in order to finish my senior
That's
year.
freaking
and that's
awesome,
it.
Josh.
Yep.
So like, how are your parents feeling about this? Obviously it's awesome because both of you guys are males and then you guys are together, so it's not like, you know, you're a young girl lost in Hollywood,
yeah.
which could be even more frightening.
My mom's excited. She stayed in touch all the time.
Okay.
Um,
Are they visiting it?
they have not visited yet. They
So you
wanted
just
to
moved
soon.
here.
October, first week
Oh,
of
so
October.
you're like brand new,
Yeah.
like little babies. Are you both interested in modeling and acting, and how has that experience been here in LA?
When we first got out here, the second half of, so there's 2 seasons, pilot season and episodic season.
Right.
Episodic is the latter half, and by the time I got out here, it was already winding
Like
down.
wrapping up, right.
Which I'm actually glad that we came out at the time that we did. Nothing going on, we were able to kind of relax and
Get a
move
lay of the
in and
land.
get away, yeah.
That's right.
So now that pilot season's here, we kind of have an idea where things are and how traffic is and everything. So we're able to start kicking off this pilot season.
Switch to Google Fi Wireless and get the Unlimited Plus phone plan with extra perks like 6 months of YouTube Premium on us. Thank you.